Hey, this is Jason Styron with Cognex with a quick overview of our new VisionViewWeb touchscreen panel. So let's just take a look at all of the settings in the panel. So to get started, if we click on devices, you can see that I have several devices connected, and all of these devices have automatically been found by our VisionView. If we wanted to get specific information on each one, you can just look at the IP address, firmware version, and the model number, and of course, the name for each one of these items. We can also take a look at different appearance modes if we want to use dark mode or touch friendly, which enlarges the touch area around the screen. We can also adjust the network settings of our VisionView panel so that we can give it a fixed or static, or we could give it a dynamic DHCP address. We can also set the administrative password for the panel, and you'll notice that anytime you have a pop-up that requires user input, you get a software keyboard that comes along with it. Makes it very handy for a touch device. And then if you take a look at the about information, this is where you can see the device name, the firmware that goes along with it, IP address, and other information. Well, let's get started. So right now, we're going to go back to all the devices that we have. You can see that I have multiple devices here to look at, and I'm just going to use the plus button to add them or select these devices that I want to view on my VisionViewWeb. So I'm going to select my Insight 2802 color. I'm going to select a DataMan 280, and I'm going to select an Insight Explorer based Insight 7905. I could get one more. This panel will allow us to display up to four cameras simultaneously, but I'm just going to select 3 for right now. And if we want to rearrange them, we can just use these up and down arrows to change the order that they are in. If you want to come look at the detailed information underneath each camera, I showed you over here where you can look at some detailed information. But now that we've selected the camera, we have an extra settings button right here. So in this settings button, we have some nice new features to show you. Right here we have our override credentials. So if you want to use if you want to input the credentials here so that VisionView will automatically log into the smart device, you can do that. Also, you can adjust custom URLs. And what I mean by that is in full screen mode, you can select which URL you want to see. Or when it's in tiled mode, you can select which URL you want to see. So you can adjust either one of those depending on what you want your HMI to look like. And that's a really nice setting that you can see under each camera after they've been selected. Well, once again, now that we've selected our cameras, let's go put them in tiled mode so we can get ready to view them on the VisionViewWeb. So the standard mode is grid mode. We also have showcase mode, which is a very nice mode where you can decide which one you want to have a larger view to or a specific showcase to. You can see we have DataMan here, but I really want to put my Insight 7905 in showcase mode, so I'm just going to click and drag right over to the showcase window, and it will give this item priority over these. Now I also want to put my 2800 at the top, so now I have 2800, DataMan, and 7905 exactly where I want them on the screen. We do have some other modes. We can go to row, so we could see all the devices in their own separate rows. We also have columns, so that we can put each one of them in their own columns. But today we want to use showcase. And now we're ready to run our VisionViewWeb. So come down here, we have our run button. We're just going to click our run button, and now the VisionViewWeb is up and running and monitoring 3 separate vision systems all at once. So as they're coming up, you can see the first one that connected is our data man. We also have an Insight 2800 here in the top right and our 7905 over here. So if we want to interact with any one of these units, you can simply click on the double arrow, and now we will be interacting or making adjustments to the web HMI of a specific unit live online while the system is up and running. So if you want to trigger your unit, you want to collect additional images, if you want to look at images from the film strip, all of this control through your web HMI is available. You can also come over here and switch your view. Now we can see we have our custom view that we can interact with. If we want to take a look at our custom view, simply click on our dialog and you can see all of the information in your web HMI. Once we are done setting up this camera, you can simply return it to the main view screen. And if we want to go interact with another camera, once again, just click on its double arrow. And now we can pull up the Insight 2802 color unit. And on this unit, instead of using custom view, we are using easy view, but you get the exact same capability that you would with custom view. You can see we can switch through the different views for a given camera. If we want to make changes to the system, like adjust our find pattern region of interest, you can make that adjustment. And then of course, just adjust it right here on the screen, give you a new search region for your fixture tool, accept those changes. Now you can also make adjustments to the other tools. So we have a brightness tool with its pass-fail limits. You can do that the same way here, just like you did for the angle settings for your pattern tool. And just like we saw on a custom view system, you have all the different views that you want to see, and you can make adjustments to the same settings as well for easy view, just like you do for custom view. Now, one more thing to show, the system is online. You can also take the system offline. And let's say you want to make a job change from your vision view. That is no problem at all. Go click on load, and you can see all the different jobs that are available. I'm just going to reload our same job. And now that this job has reloaded, we simply, if you want to, you can re-trigger the system, or you can just go online and it will begin auto triggering. Once you're done making these adjustments, click on the double arrow. It goes back into tiled view, and you are back monitoring multiple cameras. Now, one thing to note, as I've been making adjustments to these individual cameras, the other smart cameras are still being monitored. VisionView is a visualization package, not a vision system analysis package. All right, let's take a look at this data man. Same thing, click on the double arrow, and you can now get a large view for your data man. This is the data man 280, and you can see how many reads it's been running, and it is up and running live, reading a barcode, giving back live data. Very good information. So now once you've done with viewing individual items and your tiled view, if you feel like you need to make changes to it, you can simply go over here and click on the configuration button, and it takes you right back to the beginning where you can select new cameras or make changes to your VisionViewWeb. Thank you.